my question is, CeeDee Lamb, I think, Mike, when we look at top 10 lists, he's not involved.
Right. He's an honorable mention.
Honorable mention on almost every single list that I see. And that's why, like, when it comes to the Cowboys saying, hey, you know what, we are going to replace Amari Cooper with CeeDee Lamb this year. A lot of people are like, hold on, this isn't going to work, man. Like, we have so many questions because it worked so well last year, obviously. But CeeDee Lamb is in the honorable mention list. Is it going to take just one great season for him to gain that respect and be, oh, now that dude has made his statement. He is top 10 receiver. I found a list from Devin McCourty over the week, and it was
he's the former.
I'm sorry, Jason McCourty.
Okay.
Yeah, Jason McCourty, and one of the McCourty brothers. And he said here, I have to acknowledge there are 3 forgotten receivers on this list: DeAndre Hopkins, obviously, Allen Robinson, and Michael Thomas. So those are the forgotten guys on my list. And he said, and there are youngsters that just missed my top 10. T. Higgins, CeeDee Lamb, Terry McLaurin, and DK Metcalf, which is interesting that DK Metcalf isn't on this list. But he did mention CeeDee Lamb just missed the top 10 list.
Okay.
Keenan Allen, A.J. Brown, number 10 and number 9. So we're going in reverse order. Keenan Allen, A.J. Brown, Mike Evans, Deebo Samuel, Tyreek Hill at number 5, Stephon Diggs, number 4, Jamar Chase, number 3, Justin Jefferson, number 2, Cooper Kupp, and number 1, Devontae Adams. When it comes to your top,
I like his top 5 list a lot.
Yeah.
You can put them in any order you want, but I do like his top 5 guys in the NFL right now.
And Mike, would you say that would be similar to your top 5 with Diggs, Chase, Jefferson, Kupp, and Adams? Would you kind of put those in your top 5 too?
The only one that I maybe would take out and put in for his special Deebo Samuel is I might take out Diggs in top 5, but definitely I wouldn't take out Diggs in top 10.
Okay, and I know people look at Tyreek Hill in a certain way, and there may be a lot of question marks about Tua and what that combination is going to look like. Even though McDaniel was like, "Hey, best quarterback arm I've ever seen in my life," but Justin Jefferson was drafted in the same year as CeeDee Lamb and has been a standout as a wide receiver. Now, obviously, when you have as much talent around the Cowboys as you have, CeeDee Lamb's numbers are going to be a little bit different because he's not the focal point of that offense. Yet, Dalvin Cook's the running back on that team, and they love to run his first 2 years. And Adam Thielen was on that team too. Lots of options.
Yeah.
But Justin Jefferson maximized. I mean, the best receiver through a first couple of years. I'm trying to figure out how CeeDee Lamb can make up the ground to get into this category where he is getting the respect that other receivers got. Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson are looked at as 2 of the best receivers in the league, and neither one of them are in year 3 right now.
Yeah, I think they're both different in this. Joe Burrow's such a great quarterback. And look, my opinion, Joe Burrow's better than Dak Prescott. I mean, if you want to say Dak's is good or better, fine. But Joe Burrow will take big-time risk with Jamar Chase and say, hey, go fly, and I'm going to throw it up there, and I trust you're going to go get it.
A lot of trust
There's a
involved
lot
in
of deep throws to Jamar Chase. Now, not all throws are deep throws to Jamar Chase, but I don't know if Dak is that risky in going, I'm going to just lob it up about 30, 40 yards down the field, and I trust that you're going to win the battle.
Which wins so much more in today's NFL than it used to.
Now, this is where CeeDee Lamb can be a top 10 receiver, and there's a lot of things that go into this. And I do think that if he has a great year, yes, it just takes 1 year. This year, his 3rd year, he goes out there and let's just say it's 1,500 yards on approximately 100 catches and 10 touchdowns. I do think he bumps out. You said Keenan Allen and A.J. Brown, I think, were your 9 and 10.
Yep.
I think he bumps those guys out and he gets into the top 10 situation. But first, he has to have better hands. His hands have to get better. So catching in traffic, at times it's not even catching in traffic. Sometimes he makes spectacular catches and misses the easy catches. Here's the other thing. Dak has to hit him in stride when he's running 20 miles an hour.
Yes.
Because what we haven't seen from CD, which you can talk about this watching more Oklahoma than I have, watching more highlights of CeeDee Lamb than the real whole game, is he seemed to be good at catching 5 and 10-yard passes from Jalen Hurts and then turning them into big plays.
Oh, he was very good at bubble screens.
So that's where he can make a name for himself, because I don't think, this is my opinion, Dak's going to have time for 30 to 50-yard routes to become available. I don't think the offensive line is going to be good enough this year to plan on, we're going to have play action, hold the linebackers, maybe get the safeties and look them off and have CeeDee Lamb run 40, 50 yards down the field. I just don't think there's going to be enough time for that to happen, which is going to hurt the offense overall. But what can you do? If I can get rid of the ball quickly, hit the guy on the move, a lot of Cooper Kupp, a lot of the things that make the Rams so great, and to me, Sean McVay, the best coach in the NFL today, is that he schemes ways to get guys open quickly and then keep going with the football. You're not catching it standing still. You're catching it on the move where you can make a big play out of this 5 to 10-yard pass.
Yeah.
Can Kellen Moore, so this is a lot, can Kellen Moore, and probably not in this order, but can Kellen Moore create plays that get CeeDee Lamb the ball on the move where he can do some of the things that he was special at Oklahoma? Can Dak Prescott accurately throw the ball in these small windows, get him the ball while he's still on the move and not have to sit down to catch it, not have to stand still to catch it? Like, that's Dak, who's not that great at that. And then when the ball's thrown to you, CeeDee, and it's catchable, you need to catch, I'll give you 1 out of 20, but you need to catch 19 out of 20 catchable balls.
Man, Mike, this is a discussion I wish I could have asked him a little more when we were out there in Oxnard talking with him, because he talked about watching and studying Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams and the way that they did things and the way that Davante Adams would release off a cornerback and, the places that he could get open. And I do wonder, which ones, when you watch Cooper Kupp, what do you see in Cooper Kupp that, I'd love to pick at a receiver's brain to see what they think about other receivers too. And maybe we'll get that opportunity to talk with them about it next year or sometime this season. But like, when I watch Cooper Kupp, I watch a guy that is so on the same page as his quarterback. That's where their advantage is that he sees what his quarterback sees. And this goes back to the Michael Irvin ESP commercials where they would be like, the footsteps, all that stuff. Yeah. Is he's on the field and he looks and he goes, oh, and I know where I'm about to go and why I'm going to this spot to get this, because it's about to turn into 30 extra yards. And Matt Stafford delivers. I don't know that they're there yet, that trust is there, that component of their game is there. I know that they were working hard together on, hey, when we run this route, we saw it in practice. We're running this route. Let's go practice it a little more. Let's try, and I need to understand what you want as a receiver, but I also need you to understand what I'm seeing as the quarterback. So I think that's one of the main factors for this season. And I do think that one great season can change everything for CeeDee Lamb. Right. Now, I'm looking at the fan text right now, and it's just, he needs to quit dropping balls. Yeah, he caught about 67% of his passes in his first 2 seasons. So, I mean, I want more. I want 75%.
And I know that that can be, with Mick, that can be a little misconstrued because you can throw a ball 10 yards over his head and it's called a target that wasn't completed. That had nothing to do. But the ones where he drops, and he has too many of those, where it's an easy catch or it's an NFL, you have to make that play in the NFL, especially if you want to be special, and he'll drop those. He has to get better at that. But here's what else I wonder when you talked about Matthew Stafford, and we saw this with him and Calvin Johnson early in Matthew's career when he had Calvin Johnson, and now when he has Cooper Kupp, another really special receiver, is he doesn't mind locking in on that guy, not his eyes where everybody knows where he's going, but he's like, no.
We have a mismatch today.
I'm getting the ball to Cooper Kupp. I promise you. I don't care if you show me double team to him. I know that I trust that he's going to your point, the footwork and speed and quickness and everything he does, he's going to give me a pocket and a window to throw to. I'm going to trust that he's going to snatch that ball and not miss it for an interception or tip it up in the air for an interception. And Aaron Rodgers is great at that too, of like, look, when I have the mismatch, whoever it is, sometimes when Davante Adams is hurt, he's like, yeah, Alan Lazard or Shlomo Glitzstein or whatever. Like, I'm just going to light you up. And then we're like, wait, should I pick him up in fantasy? That dude just had 7 catches for 150 and 2 touchdowns, and he does nothing the rest of the year. But I think that Dak Prescott, when he sees something that he doesn't think is available, he'll work away from that. And I think Jesse Hawley, who talked about what they should do to CeeDee Lamb during training camp, probably wasn't done. And I don't know if one, Dak Prescott, and then two, CeeDee Lamb are going to overcome what they're about to see, because I don't think they're going to respect in week one Noah Brown or Simi Fehoko or Jalen Tolbert. I don't think there's going to be any respect to the other receiver or receivers on the field, and they're going to dare Dak to go that way. And Dak will usually do that.
You're right.
He will not go, no, I don't care. Like, I'm so good and he's so good, we're still going to light you up.
Yeah, hopefully that can change in year 7 for Dak and year number 3 for CeeDee Lamb.